All right, so we're gonna go ahead and look at this video of essentially this lady saying how beauty care products that have been marketed towards Black women actually have some of the worst chemicals in it. Are we all surprised by this? Not really. Let's go ahead and look at it.
These products that are marketed specifically to Black girls contain some of the worst ingredients I have ever seen. And I think it should be outlawed. Like you said, the fragrances, the endocrine disruptors, these harsh detergents, some formaldehyde releasers. Formaldehyde's a human carcinogen. What place does it have in a beauty and personal care product? It doesn't. It needs to be removed. There needs to be better regulations and better protection for vulnerable populations.
I was doing some research and I looked at Harvard Health, and it said 50% of products advertised to Black women contain endocrine disruptors, which are those disruptors that are going to impact their hormones, increase their chance of things like cancer, infertility, etc., compared to roughly 7% that are advertised to white women. And these endocrine disruptors can impact fertility and increase their chance of getting cancer.
Wow. Disruption of fertility and can aid in getting cancer. When people talk about an agenda, this is the kind of stuff that they're referring to. At the end of the day, there's a lot of bad chemicals out here, and it doesn't just stop at beauty products, okay? You have your shampoos, your regular Dove body wash soaps. I've even gotten to this point where I start looking at labels. I never was that kind of person. But now I'm starting to look at labels of a lot of different things. And, of course, you cannot 100% look at every single thing and only have the most organic, nicest stuff in your house. Okay. That goes for anything. All right. But for certain aspects, you're going to have to start looking. So whether that is, what is it? The Elf or the NARS, all that kind of stuff, lipstick, mascara, you got the blush, all that, eyeliner, you start looking, and if it seems too much, it may be that. Okay. I know you do have other brands that are trying to be more environmentally friendly and just overall cleaner, where they'll say, oh, I got organic, whatever, or oh, I got this. You know what I mean? So you do have some companies, some brands that are actually trying to do that. But at the end of the day, it is a responsibility of you to definitely look at this kind of stuff and see what are you really absorbing into your skin. And this doesn't stop there. It also goes towards food. We're in America, so you gotta look extra hard. Okay. So one thing that I've started doing is like because I love my sweets. Okay. But I want to reduce the red 40, was it blue lake, yellow, those crazy dyes that can also be carcinogenic, right? So what I do is I just turn it on the back. If it's something that has color, I turn it on the back and I say, let me see. I've been, I've been dibbling and dabbling in my different chocolates that I enjoy and all that kind of stuff, right? So I'm like, well, let me go and see. My camera's flipped, so the stuff gonna be flipped. So oh well. Okay. So I got these. This is Unreal chocolate. So essentially they're just like the yellow M&M with the peanut. That's really what it is. Okay, it's just chocolate covered peanuts. All right. So like with these, like on the back of this, it says certified vegan, certified gluten-free, certified non-GMO, fair trade ingredients, colored by veggies. To get these colors, they usually use red 40 dye, blue as well. They use that yellow, whatever it's called, and that's how they color it, okay, which is not good stuff, obviously. Colored by veggies, okay. It says like on here you got beet juice and spirilla extract and that's for the colors of it, and then it has like organic syrup and cocoa butter. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff in it. Okay. I'm not saying this is like the most healthiest, because obviously it is candy at the end of the day. But if you're going to eat it, I say if you're going to eat crap, make it worth it. You know what I mean? Me, I love my cakes. I know for a fact they're not using beets. Okay. So I try as much as I can. And this was one of the things where I said, you know what? Let me try it out. Let me see. But it says colored by veggies, no sugar alcohols, no soy ingredients, and sustainable ingredients as well. Okay. These are dark chocolate, I believe, which I love dark chocolate more than milk chocolate, honestly. But with this, at the end of the day, just different things like that. If you're gonna go and put it in your body, try that. Okay, try looking and see, like, okay, that's why pretty much in terms of candy, if it's not chocolate, I pretty much have stopped eating the stuff that I used to have. The Skittles. Oh, those nice Airhead strips. Those strippy ones, not that thick stuff. Twizzlers, all that. When you turn it around, blue lake, yellow, and red. You know what I mean? So you see all of that. As opposed to if you get High Chews or Mambo, I want to say it's Mambo. Okay, German and Korean, or German and Asian, some kind of Asian. Okay, so over there, these chemicals are banned. And I can almost guarantee you, if you try their makeup and actually look at it, it's not going to match the same ingredients that are in Americans' makeup, right? Because there's certain things that they just don't allow. It's over 100 ingredients that we use as like a normal business practice. Boom, we're good to go. Meanwhile, they don't use that. But of course, over here, you don't care. And I don't think it's just about saving a penny. I think it's also to harm you. That's why in this video in particular, you see that it said at just an overwhelming rate, what was it, 40%? That Black women essentially are being targeted for this kind of stuff. Reduce your fertility, so we could reduce your population, as long as Ray Ray and Pookie keep doing what they're doing with it. And then we're going to, and if that doesn't work, we'll just end you, and then you'll get the cancer, because these are carcinogenic chemicals that are within these products that people are putting on literally the largest organ of your entire body. So it's very upsetting to see that this is the kind of stuff that's going on. But are we really surprised, though? I mean, seriously, you know what I mean? Look at all the different stuff. Flint, Michigan. And if you don't have a purifying water purifier in your house, please get it. So where I'm at, the house didn't have new built, but it didn't have the water wasn't clean. Okay, I don't know. I was trying to find another way to say it, but the water wasn't clean. Okay, came in the house, did a tour, turned the water on. I was like, what's that smell? Had like an odd smell coming from it. It's like, oh, it's just normal. I'm like, I don't know about that. Okay. So we have like a tank. It's a big tank, right? And that's for the whole house. But I don't recommend just drinking that. Okay. So I have a zero water filter. I got two. One with the handheld, and then one is a big one, right? So I fill these up every day, and I'm doing it multiple times a day because I'm drinking more water and all other stuff, right? So go and fill that up, put it in the refrigerator, and then I go ahead and use that. So if I'm making rice, for example, I'll rinse it off with the regular water, because it's not like it's poison or anything, but I'll go and rinse it off with the regular water. But then when it's time to actually cook it, I'll drain all that out, and then I'll put in the purified water. All my tea made it with the purified water and all that kind of stuff, so it's just different things you just got to do. Living here, the regulations are not being met. The things are not, the different rules that we have that are in place are not clearly they're not being enforced. Seems like there's very minimum regulation as well. So you just got to do certain things. But let's actually get back onto topic and look at some of these comments that people said. Okay, someone said there's a website called the Environmental Working Group. You can go there, search brands, and it will tell you if they have harmful chemicals in their products. If the product is rated more than a 4, I will not use it. Wow. The fact that it even goes all the way to a 4. Okay, someone's trying to do a promo. Being a black woman in this world is so draining, bro. Yeah, being attacked at every direction. Okay, so short story. I own a marketing agency and we represented a beauty manufacturer at one point, which means I had access to the labs. I was still getting relaxers at the time. The lead scientist walked me to a vat of relaxers and told me with full sincerity, Vivian, this stuff is poison. Stop using it. I went natural the next day. Even so, 4 years later, I have had a grapefruit-sized fibroid removed from my uterus. So that's also another thing. It's causing like uterine, you could say fibroids. I've heard of ovarian cancer and other things that what is being absorbed up here affects downstairs as well. Why do so many black women have alopecia and hair loss? I've said for years they're putting stuff in our products. Yep. And that's the thing. I say if you can, because I know natural hair stuff is so expensive. Oh my goodness, it's so expensive. So I try to alleviate it a little bit. I use the Garnier Fructis shampoo. I bought the conditioner, but I don't use that. I use the shampoo though. I do use Cantu. I know. I do use Cantu. If there's a better alternative, I'll look at it, but Cantu is good for the pocket, okay? So I do use that, and then I make my own butters, so that's what I use. And I know people gonna say I still am on that Blue Magic crack, okay? I love me some Blue Magic, okay? I use that little coconut looking one. I like it. So that's what I use. I know it's like, ooh, I don't know. Tomorrow's wash day, so I don't care how it looks right now. But yeah, so that's what I use for my hair. I know it's not like the best, except for my butters, but I know it's not like the best and whatever. Oh, and I use the Garnier Fructis hair oil for the scalp, because a lot of other things I cannot put on my scalp without it itching like crazy. But yeah, this is pretty much what I just wanted to talk about. Just overall, you're just gonna have to clean up the environment. So in terms of chemicals in the products, beauty products, definitely look at that. Hair products, definitely look at them. Okay, look at stuff with the food. If you don't have filters, get one now. Okay, Texas has some dirty water. Okay, there's plenty of states, and you can actually look it up. I looked it up one time where, I mean, you guys, it ain't like purified, but y'all got some good water. Okay, really clean water coming straight from the tap. Okay, so really just look at where you're at and see if that's something that you would need and how much of the filters you would need. Are you getting a Brita or are you getting a Zero? Okay, I got the Zero, but your water may not be that bad. So you may be like, I could just go ahead and get a Brita. You know what I mean? So I say just look in different aspects of your daily life, not just hair and makeup, but look at, okay, food. Okay, I get, hey, I'm not perfect. I want some Popeyes too. Okay. But with that being said, it's like, yeah, but just like in even smaller things in your life, if you're not going to give up X, try to change it a little bit, try to alter it a little bit, definitely do that. Hey, take your vitamins too. That's my PSA for today.